So we are almost to the end of 2024. There's so much news, so many headlines, so many articles, and you're probably a lot like me and you like to stay in the pulse and know exactly what's going on in the real estate market. In this video, I want to dive into what exactly went down in 2024 in the statistics and also jump into my predictions for 2025. You're going to want to stick into the end because I'm showing you everything that went down in Santa Barbara and beyond, and I'm going to dive into what I think is going to happen next year. Let's ride. So what I have compiled right here, thanks to the help of ChatGPT and Google AI, as well as our local statistics, there's a bunch of market insights for what happened in 2024. For Santa Barbara, we're talking South Coast County, so that's everything Goleta, basically to Carpinteria, excluding the North County. The median sale price for single family homes coming up at the end of the year is right under $2 million. Redfin has it at 1.8, Google has it at 1.9 and change. Our local statistics here, year to date, this is all the sales starting from January 1 until now, have the median single family home price right under $2.2 million. So single families obviously are properties that are not an HOA, that are not condo complexes, that are not townhouses. And then when we look at the condo market, the average price is right over 1.2 million, close, coming up on 1.3 million actually. And compared to year to date last year, so all of the 2023 data compared to now, our condo prices are up 3% and our single family homes prices are up 5%. So this has been a year where a lot of people have thought the market was going to go down, interest rates were too high, there's uncertainty, there's wars overseas. This could be a year where the real estate market takes a hit. And I definitely know that I have friends in other areas and other markets where there was maybe overdevelopment, places like Austin, Texas, where they had a lot of new construction, and some of those new construction builds weren't being able to be sold at the pace that they were expecting. But in our market in Santa Barbara, where we have limited inventory, as always, the market continues to go up. And now we're seeing at the end of the year, there's been a property that my clients just wrote on this week that got 4 offers. And I don't know if this is the start of another multiple offers situation, bidding war scenario, but a lot of people are sitting on a lot of cash from stock market hitting new highs, from crypto reaching all-time highs. And a lot of people who have been considering, who have kind of been on the fence, I think are going to jump in 2025. We're seeing a lot of people coming back to our lenders, which is always the leading indicator when someone's going to the lender, getting pre-approved again. That's an indication that there are going to be more offers in the market. And the leading indicators are pre-approvals and how busy our lenders are. For usually 1 to 2 months, you'll see that reflected in the number of closed transactions. Okay, let's check out something else. This is Santa Barbara, and which is obviously much higher than the rest of the nation. Cash sales, 41% of 2024 transactions were done in cash. Just in November, 35% of the transactions were in cash, but in terms of the year, obviously high interest rates lead a lot of people to moving in cash, and that number is really, really high. Other places in the nation are not going to be so high, but being that we're in a luxury price point, it's really interesting to see a lot of people are moving their investments. They're either borrowing from their stock accounts, they're liquidating, they're selling their crypto, and they're buying in all cash. Let's look at Carpinteria. We're going to go by market year to date. So the median price in Carpinteria is up 23%. Carpinteria has everything from more affordable condos to big houses that are in the hills, that have views, that have acreage. The Goleta median is up 8%. Goleta obviously has great school districts. It's close to UCSB. A lot of people who are starting a family want to be in Goleta. Hope Ranch, average price was down 10%, but the median was up 7%, showing that maybe there weren't as many ultra high-end transactions. Sometimes in Hope Ranch, prices can be north of 10 million, north of 15 million. But the average price for 2024 was right over $7 million. So obviously a high price point, but good to know there. Montecito, up 4%, average and median price point there. 7 million for the average, 5.5 for the median. Montecito obviously is home to celebrities, the Royals, Oprah, Ellen. A lot of people are really desiring to be in Montecito, as always, and it's a lot of amazing estate properties that don't sell very often. Santa Barbara, average price at 2.5 and the median right above 2.15 for year to date of 2024. In Summerlin, average price at 3.3, median price at 3 million. Summerlin, we saw a decrease for both the average and the median. That's the only one where we saw a decrease in both. Summerlin is a very unique market, right in between Montecito and Santa Barbara, as you continue to go down south. And there's not as many homes there for sale. There are homes with really nice views, but oftentimes you have road noise, and it's a very kind of a micro market. So obviously the prices and the transactions can fluctuate, because in 2024 there was only 11 homes sold in all of Summerlin, where in Santa Barbara is almost 400 sales. So Santa Barbara, the total number of sales up 14% for single family homes, up 2% for condos. And I think a lot of times people were thinking that 2024 was a slow year. There weren't going to be as many transactions as last year, but the statistics tell the truth. And all this data, I feel like, is showing me that even in a high interest rate market, even, early parts of the year where the stock market wasn't where it was at, where there was more uncertainty, or it was an election year, there was still an increase in sales price and an increase in number of transactions. And for these really niche markets like ours that are super desirable, really hard to get into and ultra competitive, I think that when there is stability, when there is increase in stock prices across the board and in people's investment portfolios, when there is, less craziness in the news compared from, election cycles, that only gives people more certainty. And here's my prediction. I want you to hold me to it. You can come back and watch this video next year. I think we are going to see an increase in the average and median price more than this year. So if the average and median this year was, around 5% or so of an increase in price, I think next year could be 7, maybe 8. I don't think it's going to be a 10% year like we saw in 21, 22, where it was, almost 20% year over year gain, but we just don't have enough inventory to keep up with all the people moving. Some of my clients, they've been here for years renting and they're ready to buy a house and find their new place. I have a handful of clients moving from the Valley, moving from Northern California, moving from Texas, who are looking to buy a second home. And Santa Barbara continues to be a hot spot. We have so many great new restaurants opening, so many great new things to do, and there's just not enough new construction to keep up with it. It seems like all the new construction in town is going in towards rentals, because obviously, 1 bedrooms oftentimes are renting for north of $2,500. I have a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo coming up for rent next week in Goleta. It's nice, it's turnkey, it's in a great complex, but we're gonna rent it out for $3,650 because that's what the market rate is. We're seeing that there's just not enough new inventory to keep up with the demand, and that always is simple economics. When there's more buyers than sellers, prices go up. So let me know what you thought. Let me know if you have questions. Let me know if you have a unique situation where you think that, this could, maybe affect you. But as always, I'm here to answer any of your individual questions. I love helping people with real estate. I eat, breathe, sleep Santa Barbara real estate. So would love to pick your brain. And yeah, jump in the comments. Let me know if you disagree with me. Let me know your biggest quarrels or complaints with Santa Barbara real estate. We'd love to hear it. And as always, guys, make it a great day. I'll see you on the next video.